Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. We are here for another one of our Tidy Fridays, and I'm back at my, large cupboard that I've got over the other side of my room. And we obviously have worked wonders on this shelf. We've got all of our 12 by 12 papers and things really, really neatly stored. This shelf I had kind of partially done, and as you can see, it's already getting, a little bit on the messy side again. And then the top shelf, oh my gosh, I just have not been wanting to tackle at all. So yeah, today I think I'm going to tackle that. I've been putting it off for weeks and weeks, and yeah, I think I can't put it off any longer. So what I would really, really, really like to do is ideally move a lot of this stuff from the middle shelf up to here. Because like here, this is all my kind of card making things that every week I keep just salvaging things and kind of saying, oh, I'm going to keep that for card making. So certainly to get that up on the top shelf, because where I've been doing a bit more art journaling and things like that, I have bought some paints, I have, got other materials and things like that, that I would love to be able to store on this shelf so that they can be just easy, accessible and things like that. So my first task is to just literally pull everything off of this shelf up here. So I'm going to just do that, and then we'll kind of see what's there. Okay, so far I have only taken out kind of about half the contents of that shelf. The rest actually isn't too disorganized. But let me show you the pile that I now have on the floor. That I have to now go through. So absolutely tons of stuff here. So I'm thinking might have to do this shelf in two stages. But let's start having a look through and seeing what we've got here. So hold on. Okay, so I mean, as you can see, there is tons and tons of stuff here. I mean, this is a word stamp kit. I don't even remember having this. Well, I do now that I've seen it, but I certainly didn't remember having this. So some of these stamps might be quite nice for journals. I shall just keep these to one side, and I might put them in with my stamps. So that's a good find. Now I've got lots of 8x8 papers, because I actually kept all of my 8x8 paper pads kind of lined up to the side, at the side of that, on the top. So I'm just going to kind of select them out. Going to try and put papers size wise, kind of like with like. So this is just some A5 card. This is just, I'm going to get rid of. And this, I mean, I know this seems really terrible to be getting rid of paper, but to be honest, I just need to kind of whittle this down. It's not that I'm trying to be wasteful, but I just really need to get on top of it. So I've got one of those little file thingy jigglies. I quite like these, to be honest, for taking things around. So I'm just going to put that to one side in case I want to kind of store anything in there. So all of these 8x8s, I'm just going to select them out. I've got these, which are little cupcakes. Again, I mean, they are really cute, aren't they? And I do still quite like those. So, I mean, again, I might just put them in with my card making things, for just in case. So I'm going to have a pile just behind me for card making stuff. This, I'm probably not going to really use this, but of course I could use the back for, for things. So I'll just make a pile beside me, the other side, for those types of things. So papers that I do still like and would still potentially use, I will just keep kind of, together. So, I mean, these are some lovely papers, and, I would definitely use those. So I keep those together. These, not so much. They're quite glittery, and, yeah, they're quite thick. So I probably wouldn't really use those. So I'll put those again to one side. Oops, here I've got loads of laminated, tiny laminated pieces. Oh, and some tiny laminating pouches. So I was obviously going to make a little mini album. They went through a phase where they were really popular, those little laminated mini albums. And I obviously haven't got round to that. But again, I could probably use those for something, so I don't want to get rid of those. So I'll just put those underneath the tripod for a moment. Right, let's just going to get rid of things, kind of anything that's really just rubbish, kind of laying about in this stuff. So, I mean, it is tempting to just kind of keep hoarding all of these things, but I mean, it does come to the point where you've just got to say no more and, just get rid of things, haven't you? So, I mean, I've got a receipt here for craft things, but from 2006. So, I mean, we didn't even live in this house then. So, you know, it was obviously kind of amassed again, or in amongst my craft things when we moved here, and it's just stayed there ever since. So again, I've got some chipboard here. Well, I do quite like still using chipboard to make little tiles and things like that. So again, I'm just going to make another pile now with the chipboards. This is an A4 sheet. So any A4 sheets that are quite potentially like the colour of, I'll keep in another pile. So I'm gradually getting more and more piles. So more of that A5 card there. Okay, let's just move these out of the way. So, right, again, I've got some more little pieces of 8x8 that, you know, I probably wouldn't really use if I'm truthful. So I'll put that behind me. Probably wouldn't use that. Okay, and I've got these. So, yeah, I'm not fussed by these. I'm going to put those to one side. This potentially I could still use. It's quite a neutral kind of colour for layering and things like that. Oh, I've got some bunting. This was from my son's old bedroom when he had kind of pirate theme with red and blue. So just put that out the way. Right, more scraps. I'm just going to be really good and get rid of scraps unless there's something that I absolutely can't live without. You know, in a pattern I can't live without, so I'm going to get rid of them. So again, this is quite good for layering. I've got this stripe, you know, that, oh, it's double-sided, so the back is again good for layering. Got some little 6x6 pages, so they're really quite nice. So again, let's make another pile here for 6x6 that I'm keeping. Right, some plain card. Well, plain card is always obviously useful, so I'll just put that to one side. Right, got this. Again, probably won't really use that, to be honest. And then I've got the rest of this paper pad, which is kind of a mixture of things I would and wouldn't use. So I might just take out the sheets that I think I potentially might use and then get rid of the rest. Another scrap. I mean, the thing is, I'm tempted to keep that because I love polka dots, but no, I'm going to be strong and get rid of it because it just gets ridiculous otherwise, doesn't it? Love this. And then the rest of the paper pad, I think, yeah, I pretty much like it all, the rest. So, yeah. Okay, right, so that one's there. Get rid of these on the pile of, you know, not using. I've got some little epoxy brads. Again, they're not really vintage style or anything like that, but we could maybe look at altering them. I've got a denim pocket here, which again, I had a really amazing suggestion that somebody suggested. I didn't have the suggestion. I mean, somebody made a lovely suggestion that I could fill these with. She actually suggested the beads from the BB guns, but I thought actually I could use rice, and then, I mean, I would probably just hot glue that closed as a weight to keep my pages down. So I might finally do that. So I'll put that to one side. I can't remember, I'm afraid, who it was who suggested it, so I do apologise. But if you are watching, thank you so much. I haven't just ignored you, you know, I just haven't had a chance to do that. But right, I've got some little bits and bobs in here that, again, you know, they're card making things really. So what I might do is separate out the pieces that I would and wouldn't use. So all the pieces that I necessarily wouldn't, you know, or wouldn't necessarily use, I'm going to give to my daughter because she will like using these with the cute teddy bears. There's quite a few flowers in here, which I love using flowers. So I'll keep those and put them all with my flowers. I mean, how cute is that? And then just take out all the other chipboards that she would like. So, okay, whoops. Actually, I might keep all of those chipboards in the little box for her, and I'll take out all the flowers and put them separately. So, and there's also some little chipboard flowers. I'm not sure whether that's a flower or a butterfly actually, but I think it's a butterfly really, but there we go. So I'm just going to take out the couple of flowers there. Okay, and the rest of that I'm going to put, oh, I mean, that's quite cute, isn't it? But would I use that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether I would or not, but let's just, because I'm thinking, oh, would these be quite sweet for my art journal stuff? I don't know. Right, so I'm going to put all the rest of those little chipboards back, and then my daughter can have those. So, yeah. Okay, right. When she comes up, she'll be, you know, thrilled to yet again have accumulated more stuff. Okay, so this is a bunch of printing from years and years and years ago. So it's got some photos and things like that. So again, I will just keep that, but probably slot it into the side of one of those shelves. So what have we got here? Okay, so again, these are just smallish scraps. I'm going to be really disciplined and get rid of those because I just can't keep every single thing. Okay, so here I've got some of these lovely letters which I've stamped. I'm trying to think where these stamps came from, but aren't they just gorgeous? Yeah, I'm not quite sure where I got these stamps actually. I must still have them somewhere, but I'd have to, you know, dig them out. So again, I mean, I've got a challenge running at the moment that's to include some alphas. So I might just keep those and try and use them in my challenge, and then that's gone. Right, let's get rid of these, get rid of that. Okay, and then I've got a bunch of acetate stamped pieces, which I love using acetate and things like that. So, okay, I've got some more stuff here. Envelope again of kind of photos and, you know, what have you. So I'll just move that out of the way. So I'll take all of these acetate pieces, which, you know, they just all need cutting down, to be honest. And then, you know, they could all be used either as they are or, you know, in another way. I'll just put those to one side because they can go, you know, with papers and things like that for journals. Right, we've got some more papers here. I mean, they're quite nice papers, to be honest. So I'm going to put those under my desk with the scraps. I've got here kind of negatives. This is from a Tim Holtz die. That's the negative pieces. So I'm just going to get rid of those. I've still got the die, so if I wanted more, I could do them. I mean, again, that's a scrap. It's quite a good size piece, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to use that. So wasteful as that seems, I'm going to get rid of it just because if I don't start getting rid of some things, you know, I'm then just making no progress whatsoever. So I have to, you know, I have to be strong and get rid of some stuff. Right, okay, so unless I see things that I really, really love, you know, card that I really, really love, I'm going to try and be good and get rid of it. So, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of all of these bits. I have got this cardboard, actually, which I might just keep that for, you know, a topper or something like that. Right, put that in the bin. Got a very old scrapbook book, so, or magazine, you know, so I can get rid of that. Right, got another little piece of a flower, so get rid of that. Right, back to the 8x8s. Oops, I've got more of this A5 in orange. I mean, you know, why have I got tons of it in orange is beyond me, but again, some more white card. I mean, white card's always kind of just handy, isn't it, to have? More words and things like that. I mean, I probably won't use those, so again, just put them to one side. I've got this lovely pad, which I still really quite like. Oops, let me just see if I can get my camera. Or perhaps I'll have to move this over here. Still got pages that I quite like. I mean, not necessarily to use in journals, I've got to be honest. But some of these I possibly would use in sort of an art journal-y spread. So I don't necessarily want to get rid of that. So yeah, I'm going to put that with the other 8x8 papers that I'm keeping. Right, let's pull these bits in now. Oh goodness, I mean, how I've accumulated so much paper over the years is just awful, isn't it? So I've got some cards here that obviously, you know, are made years ago. They probably need a bit more updating now. You know, they look quite basic and rubbishy. Oops, that one's falling apart. This was one I had actually given to my son or my husband. But again, I mean, I could probably adapt that and make another card from that. So let's put things to do, you know, to make some other cards. I'll keep on another pile because perhaps we could do some, you know, adapting some cards and things like that soon. So, and again, same here. I've got sort of scraps and things that, you know, I've folded to make cards, haven't ended up making cards from them, but I'll just put those with that and then we'll see. Right, this is, you know, a kind of boy card making set. I mean, again, I don't know, probably not really going to be using this, to be honest. So I'm going to put that to one side to, you know, donate or something. similar. So more kind of card blanks and things. And then we've got some A4 cardstock in, again, a selection of colours. Oops. I'll just put this, oops, select it all out like that. And, oh, sorry, I'm trying to keep it, you know, so that I've only got the A4 card here now. Okay, right. Another, you know, folded piece. Some more blank acetate this time. So again, that can go into my napkin drawer because that will be handy always. I've got some brown foam here. Again, it's one of those things, I'm going to bin that, and then probably next week I'll see a video with someone using some foam and I'll end up rebuying. But you know, that's just how it goes, isn't it? Right, I've got some decorative papers here. These were freebies from a magazine. I mean, to be honest, you know, they're quite nice. Some of these are quite nice, but I probably aren't, you know, I'm not going to really use these because, you know, they're quite glossy and they're quite flimsy. So I'm going to just put those on the pile to donate, and I'll probably just take all this, you know, round to, I don't know, somewhere. Again, this is another little card making pack. I mean, yeah, it's obviously very childish type papers. So let's just have a look. Yeah, I mean, super childish kind of papers and things. I mean, my daughter would probably quite like some of those, to be fair. Or perhaps I'll give those to my daughter. So, yeah, I'll put those to the side to give to her. Okay, let's just put those... Oh, where did I put her pile? There, behind me. Right, okay. More kind of folded over bits that are sort of cards. Oh, more acetate pieces that I've stamped there. So again, I mean, this is the thing. I end up with tons of, you know, fussy cutting to do. Okay, more little card blanks. I'm just going to actually bin those because they're actually things that I've kind of, you know, mucked about with, and yeah, they're not great. So let's just get rid of those. Okay, get rid of this. Oh, picture of my son when he was a baby. So yeah, I'll just put that to one side, and then okay, I've got more. Got like ticket stubs here. I don't even know what they're from. Oh, I can't even see, to be honest, but I don't know. Plane tickets by the looks of things, and I haven't, you know, I haven't even been on a plane for several years, to be honest. So yeah, they're obviously from a long time ago. Right, let's just put these bits. Oh look, more foam. Well, perhaps I should donate the foam, to be honest. So I'll put that on the donate pile. I've got some of that mulberry paper, but it's only a scrap. So again, I'll put that with the scraps. Okay, right. Cellophane that's seen better days. So I'll get rid of that. Oh, can't bring myself to get rid of this because I love spots, as you know. So I'll put that on there. A card again that, you know, I could probably alter that and make that quite a nice girly, you know, pretty girly card. Get rid of these. Right. Oh. So this, I have no idea. This is just a sort of packet of obviously bits that I've chucked in, you know, from anywhere. Oh, this gorgeous brooch that I made to put on one of my handbags actually. And I just absolutely love how that flower looks. So yeah, I might make some more of these actually because it's really fun flower. I can't quite remember how I made it, but I'm sure I could find out. So yeah, I put that to go downstairs with my bags and things like that. Right, a whole bag of odds and pieces here, so I might go through that in slow time. Okie dokie, what have we got here? So more scraps, again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful papers. So definitely keeping these scraps because they're lovely. Oh, I've got some of those hole reinforcers there, so always good. I'll put those to go to my desk. Okay. Bits and pieces there. Let's just get rid of those, throw them in the bin. More cute papers. Oh, look at that lovely paper. So, yeah, I will keep that one. More paper here, which, to be honest, this is quite nice paper, but it is quite thin. But I guess I could coffee dye it or something. Well, I can put that in with my 12 by 12. It's a complete piece. It's not a scrap or anything. And then we've got this scrap, which I mean, I'm not that fussed by it, and it's quite thin quality, so I'm just going to be good and get rid of that. So, right, let's pull in some more from over there. Right. Oops, I mean, it's always a worry, isn't it, when you're going through these things, because you do then find photos, you know, old photos of, you know, yourself and other people. So, you know, it's always kind of quickly grabbing things as you see, you know, pictures of other people that maybe they wouldn't want shown everywhere. Right, I've got more little bits here, which again, I might be able to use those in my art journal-y type bits. So, oh goodness, what am I doing with the art journal-y type things? Did I keep a pile of those? I'm not sure whether I did. I'll just put those to one side. This is really quite cute, isn't it? And just again, something I made, I think, when I started doing junk journals actually, and I was just again playing around with some bits, but it looks super pretty, doesn't it? So we could make some things a bit like this, to be honest. So I'll just put that to one side as maybe an inspirational piece. I've got some more of that acetate. Okay, scraps again that I'm not that keen on. They're tiny, I must get rid of them. This, perfect for layering, so I'll put that with the scraps. This I do quite like, but to be honest, it's very bright. I'm probably not going to use that in journals. And the same with this. So I'm going to put this on the donate pile. Oops, a frame of some sort here, which again, I've obviously kept this thinking I would make some sort of project from this. Oops, it's even got something glued onto it at the side. Right, well, I'll have a think about that, and maybe we could do something with that. Honestly, the amount of things that I keep keeping, thinking, oh, we'll do something with that, we'll do something with that. And yeah, I mean, just how much time I think there actually is to be doing all these different things is just crazy. But okay, so a piece of chipboard there that I probably kept that as a kind of cover or something. I'm going to get rid of that, to be honest, because I might only have like one of those, and then it's, you know, pretty pointless. So let me just drag this lot in. Hold on. Okay, so I've pulled everything closer so that we can just kind of go through things. So this was an old sketchbook of mine. It's really not got very much in it. You know, I didn't even kind of get very far into it. But I'm going to obviously keep that. So I'll put that to one side. I've got some watercolor pencils. These were my first set of watercolor pencils that I ever had. And for some reason I bought some more. I think I bought another pack, you know, more recently because I wanted more colours. But yeah, I will obviously keep those. So I'll put those to one side behind me. Again, just another couple of bits of card there. Oh, look at this lovely paper pad. So this paper pad, my friend bought it for me actually. She used to live in the States, and every now and then when she came home, you know, came back to the UK, she would bring me bits that she could obviously pick up, you know, super cheap kind of compared to, and of course the choice compared to what we get here. And yeah, one year she bought me some of this, like, it is paper, but it's kind of topped with like Hessian fabric. It's absolutely lovely. There must be some more of this somewhere because I haven't used kind of the whole pack, but I'd, yeah, started hoarding that. So I'm just going to put that to the side with my 6x6 papers. I've got this one here, which is 4x6 papers. I mean, again, I'm probably not going to use a lot of these, to be honest now, because they're just, you know, they're not perhaps my type of thing anymore. I mean, I do still love them and think they're super pretty, but I just am probably not really going to be using them very much. But I, you know, it's in one thing, so I'm just going to keep that to one side and maybe go through that another time. This is a kind of scrapbook, which I'm partially, you know, partially have made it. It's partially made. Oh, sorry, I struggled to get the words out. So I need to kind of complete that. So that's a half finished project. Okay, right, so let's get rid of some of these other bits. So I've got some more 8x8 papers. Again, you see, I absolutely love this paper, but this has got a glossy, if you can see, like a glossy, glittery kind of finish on it. So I'm not sure whether I would use this very much, to be honest, but I like it too much to throw it out. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I will probably just continue to hoard this for a little while. No idea why, you know. I've got some foam there for kind of stuffing my little kind of charm pillow things that I've done a tutorial on. I've got one of those tattered floral flowers there just on some hessian that's been stiffened. I'm just going to put that in my over the door hanger. Right, more chipboard here. Okay, and oh, another tattered floral. I'm going to get rid of that one because yeah, not so keen on that. More pieces here. A shopping list there. Oh, it's just awful, the stuff that's, you know, still loitering around in here. So get rid of some of those, pop that on that pile. The chipboards, again, like I say, you know, I can definitely make things with the chipboard, so I just keep those to one side. Right, some photos and things, so again, they need to go somewhere else, really. They shouldn't, you know, shouldn't still be in here. Some laminating pouches, which my laminator is downstairs, so I'll put those by the door ready to go downstairs. Okay, we've got some little strips of card there. So I might just keep this colour because this is really pretty and would look great with some clusters, you know, to make some clusters. Not so keen on that colour, so I'll get rid of that. Put that to one side. Okay, get rid of these, get rid of these. So I'm trying to be really good and only keep the things that I do, you know, can picture myself using. I've got some envelopes here. Again, I mean, these are card making kind of envelopes. So I can put these in the door of my cupboard. Oops, just reach over the camera where I've, oops, kept my card making type envelopes. Okay, gonna get rid of these. Oh, that could just be, you know, on the donation pile. Okay, and some other kind of A5 card that I probably won't really use those colours. So again, on the donate pile, and actually I'm going to be really good and put that whole bunch of orange on the donate pile as well, because it's only so much orange that somebody needs, isn't there? Oh, this is that paper pad, which I think I've talked about this. I've had this for years and years and years, and I did make a little mini album from this paper pad. I love this paper pad so much. It's probably the nice, you know, to me, it's my favourite paper pad that I've ever made, ever bought. And yeah, I think you had 3 sheets of each design. So I think I've used like one of each design, but yeah, I've hoarded the rest of it ever since. But it's a Prima one. I don't think they sell it anymore, but that's that. So definitely not chucking that out. Whether or not I ever actually use it's another thing altogether, or whether I just continue to hoard it. Okay, right, I've got these little tartan sort of pages, which I think I moved these from a lower shelf because I feel like I've seen these recently and talked about them. But again, you know, these might be quite nice to make some envelopes and things. I'd got them originally for making kind of cards for men. I don't know. I'm not sure whether I would really use these, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I do love check and plaid, but, you know, these probably aren't even the nicest. You know, they all have got a bit of a masculine kind of tone to them. Oh, do you know, I'm going to put them on the donate pile. I need to be strong and get rid of some things. Right, again, I probably won't use that, so on that pile there. These, again, kind of loved them, but, you know, I've struggled to use these, oops, even in my kind of mini albums and things. So I certainly can't picture myself using them in a junk journal. This one, I love. This one I love. And that sort of patchwork one, I do like, but, you know, not as much. So, yeah, perhaps I'll get rid of those. But I will definitely keep the spotty because I love the spots. Okay, so let's get rid of those on that pile there. And then I've got a couple of stripy, which, and this, which I have used this somewhere. So I'll keep those. Okay, right, so let's get rid of those. And then here, again, I'm just going to kind of get rid of those. This, again, I mean, that's quite vintage, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, both sides probably are quite vintagey looking, but that side especially, so I could probably use that. Oh, more of that gorgeous one that I loved. Okay, right. What have I got here? Some more card. So again, just keep that one side. The card's always really good. And then some more of these gorgeous little, you know, like card topper type pieces. So again, I mean, they're so super cute, aren't they? I don't know whether I would be likely to use them or not. If I'm truthful, probably not. Right, I'm going to put them on my pile of things to keep. What I really need to do, and I know that lots of you have kind of suggested that, you know, if you don't use something within like 6 months, you get rid of it. This is for my bind it machine, so I'm going to hook that around the handle of the bind it machine. Yeah, and that sounds such a sensible idea. I really should try and adopt that approach, but I'm just so rubbish. I just still wouldn't be able to bring myself to part with things. That obviously is a scrap. It's only titchy, but my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to just put that with the scraps. Then I've got these, which again, aren't these just lovely? I mean, I've had these for like years. I mean, like 10 years or maybe more. Again, I probably won't use most of these, but definitely one or two I could picture myself using in a kind of art journal type layout. So let's just have a look. Let's just separate them out. Oh gosh. I'm just going to literally keep the ones that I think I could even, you know, potentially see myself using a little bit. Wow, that's terrible, isn't it? I've not really salvaged much there at all. But, you know, if I'm not likely to use it, it's better to be truthful, isn't it? And think, well, I'm not, you know, not likely to use that. Okay, so I might give that to my daughter because she would probably quite like, you know, having a bit of fun with those. So, oops, where's her pile gone? Oh, what did I do with her pile? Oh, there. Okay, right. Okay, a whole bunch of other little bits that, again, I'd used for card making. Again, my daughter would probably quite like those little random bits of clothing and things. So I'm going to keep these with my sort of art journal-y type bits. So then I've got this tin of, again, mainly chipboards actually. I mean, these tins, maybe I could start keeping some bits in here for art journal-y type bits. So let's put the art journal-y type bits in here. And in fact, I'll just put these flowers and things in there as well, because that gets them straight off the floor. Okay, and then probably I should just take these out the packet, and then all of these can go in there as well. So I'll just tear that down so that this all fits into that little tin. Okie dokie, right. Okay, so I'm going to obviously at some point go through that tin, but that's a good start, I think. Right, I'm just going to pull in some more things. Hold on. Okay, so I've pulled in the rest. So I've got this little canvas board that I think it was my son who actually did that years ago, but I'm just going to get rid of that because clearly we don't really want that now. Got this, which was another little 6x6 that I absolutely loved. So again, I'm just going to put that with the 6x6s that are beside me. Right, again, another one I'm not going to use, put that there. That one's really nice, won't use that. And I probably, if I'm truthful, won't use that. Probably won't use that. My daughter would absolutely adore that. So yeah, when she comes up, she's going to be thrilled that she's accumulated some other bits for her pile. So okay, again, she would probably really love these you know, really pretty striped papers, so I'll put those for her. Oh, look at this, isn't that just so pretty? So yeah, definitely keeping these, so put those on my pile of 8x8s. Right, this one, well, it is quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I'll keep that. Love, love, love this pad. So definitely I will be keeping that. I've obviously hoarded that for a long time. This is a chipboard, like mini album kit. I must have the other half to this somewhere. I feel like I maybe even have seen it recently. I'm going to put it with the 6x6s because it will stack quite neatly with those. Right, what have we got here? So let's just have a look. Right, more scraps that, to be honest, I'm, you know, probably not really going to use. Oh, more things that my daughter would quite like, so I'll put those for her. Let's get rid of that and that. Okie dokie, and yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these. Ah, look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? So, oh my goodness, look at this red polka dot, which now has something stuck on it. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, and the black. Oh, they are lovely. Right, definitely keeping those. Thinking maybe an art journal kind of layout with those, because I really love those. In fact, I think I've just spotted these. I think I bought at the same time, and not that one. These, and I absolutely love these. In fact, I think maybe like that. Absolutely love these, and yeah, I mean, of course, they're maybe not kind of junk journal-y, but I really am feeling very inspired to do an art journal layout using some of these bits. So yeah, definitely keeping those. Right, I'm going to put those with the kind of A4 pages because that's just where they're going to stack neatly. Again, I've got these, which are some more decoupage type bits for card making, which now I'm thinking again, could I use some of these in an art journal maybe? So again, let's just pop those out. They're all just nicely die cut pieces that I can just, you know, pop these out and then just keep them in that tin, you know, so that pieces are at least together, and you know, I haven't got then loose bits like this just floating around. I mean, I think I have got a complete pack actually from this, again, that I've had for about probably 10 years, you know, quite old, but at least then everything's together, so that would be much better. Okay, right, so let's put those into the tin. Okie dokie, right. Well, the pile on the floor is certainly getting smaller, although I have many piles now behind me because, of course, I have said several times, oh, I'm just going to put that on the pile. So, yeah, I have lots of piles all around me. Right, a huge bit of chipboard here. I don't even know whether that may be a sticker. So, again, I'm thinking, you know, I could possibly use this like maybe as a topper type thing, you know, for a cover on a journal. I mean, do you know, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to get rid of that. It's just ridiculous. Why am I keeping these things? Oh. Right, that's the rest of that Hessian pad that I said about. Isn't it just absolutely gorgeous? I love it. Right, I no idea what brand it is or anything, I'm afraid, because I don't think I've got the cover anymore. Right, get rid of this. I've got the dots and stripes here. I mean, I love these, to be honest, and I have used these quite recently. So again, put those with the 6x6. Then I've got some little chipboardy pieces here, oops, which are like the male version of, I had some in the female version. Let's just see what's in here. Oh, I mean, again, you know, probably won't really use these if I'm truthful. Whether or not my daughter would quite like using those, she maybe would. Yeah, perhaps I'll give those to her, so she would, I think, have fun using those. Oops. And now the things come off, so they'll all be spilling out, but I'll sort that out in a minute. There was a chipboard flower, so I'm just going to put that in with my art journal-y bits. Okay. A whole bag here of die-cut handbags and things. She will love those. I'll put those for her. Oh, again, another scrap. I mean, tiny piece of scrap, but I love that. So I've obviously hung on to it. So I've put that on my scraps. Right, this I used to have up on the wall, and previously I had that one. So I still really like those, but yeah, I don't need those anymore. Right, here I've got some cute gingerbread bunting, which again, I mean, I obviously had bought those a long time ago to have up in my kitchen. I've never put them up in there. Wonder if we could use those anywhere. Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest. I'll put those to one side for a moment. Right, just some stickers here. I'm just not going to use those, so let's get rid of some of these bits. Okay, I mean, it just comes to the point where you've just got to bite the bullet, really, and get rid of some things. Right, I've got another little one of these suitcase things. And again, this has got tons of little chipboards. It's got kind of frames and things like that. So, I mean, again, I maybe would use the frames and things in some of my art journal bits. I mean, again, I know you probably all think, well, how many art journal layouts are you going to be doing this year? Yep, clearly tons, because the amount of stuff I've kept for them. Ah, right, I've got some of these little photo anchors, they're calling these. Yeah, I mean, they're quite cute. I wonder whether we could, like, patina those, because they're obviously quite bright at the moment. And the same with these, which I was looking for some of these the other day, I think. We'll see if we could alter some of these. And then I've got these tops, you know, bottle tops, which again, these went through a phase of being really popular. I don't think I ever even used them when they were popular, to be honest. And now I've just got them all left. Okay, I'm going to keep those, but I'll have a bit of a think about whether we could do something, you know, something different with those. Okay, right, what else have we got? So I think these bits now, got a little pack of cards, which presumably I think I bought these for the, you know, predominantly for the envelopes. They were obviously kind of selling them off. They were Christmas cards. So I will keep those envelopes over with my junk journaling stuff over there. Got a plaque there, so we could do another sort of plaque soon. And then I've got some, again, photos. So let me just gather up the photos and things. And yeah, get everything kind of out of the way. And then we'll see where we're at with the piles. So I'll be back, hold on. Okay, so these are all the little piles that I've got now dotted around. The carrier bags, obviously, for my rubbish. And what I'm hoping to do is literally, I want to take this pile here, which is the card making things, and put it up into this space here. I'm going to then put some of those things back into the cupboard that are on the floor. And then I'd ideally like to put sort of my new things to do with art journaling in this little space. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so I've put everything back in the cupboard. I've kind of rearranged the top. It still looks very chaotic, it still looks very full, but of course it has a lot of things in there. But lots of it is now vertically stored rather than horizontally, obviously not that. But I can hopefully get to things a little bit easier. And then what I've done on this shelf, everything was kind of up this end. So I was initially pushing it all up the other end so that I could have my art sort of materials pull outable from here. But actually I thought they're probably better kind of midway. So that hopefully I've put this little box in here. It's just got my acrylic paints in there at the moment, but I have got some other things that I'm going to be putting in here over the time. So then I can hopefully just kind of either pull this whole thing out or just take things out of there. I've got some other little paints and things here, and then I've got those tins that I said that I would be keeping some things in for art journaling. This stuff all is yet to be sorted, so I don't really know what, you know, a lot of that is. Chances are, you know, it might be photographs and things like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the kind of progress that we've made. And then I've just got down here just my little pile here for donation, and then this is my pile just to go downstairs. So yeah, quite pleased with the progress. Now, with regards to going forward with the Tidy Fridays, obviously, you know, my room's significantly improved compared to where I started. So, you know, I'm not sure with the kind of future of the Tidy Fridays. It might be that we'll kind of now shift it to a sort of maintenance, you know, tidying video, just maybe kind of once every 4 weeks or something like that. Because, you know, as we just saw already, my shelf was becoming quite messy. So as soon as we start working, things get quite messy quite quickly. So, you know, it might just be that we'll just have to do some maintenance. I mean, I've still got these trays here to tidy and things like that, but I don't want to literally string this out to the point where you're literally, you know, bored stiff and thinking, oh my gosh, you know, she's really, really prolonging this. So let me know what you think, really. I'm more than happy to just kind of shift it now to a sort of maintenance situation rather than, you know, drag you guys along every single Friday, because otherwise, you know, we might be on very tedious things like just, you know, clearing these little bits. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm kind of thinking the maintenance thing might be quite handy to do, and you know, possibly you guys would also, you know, quite like to do that, because you know, you maybe have obviously, you know, got your craft areas quite ship shape now. I know that lots of people have joined me in this mass tidy up, and maybe you just also need to do a bit of maintenance. I mean, of course I still have the rest of this shelf to do, but again, you know, it's going to be probably quite dull and more of the same really. So let me know what you think. And you know, as I've always said, thank you so much everybody for your amazing encouragement, because honestly, tidying, it's not my thing. So you know, without you guys' encouragement and kind of me committing to this every Friday, I would not have stuck to this, and you know, I wouldn't have this amazing progress that we've got now. So thank you so much. And you know, don't worry if we do stop the Tidy Fridays, we will just, you know, we will just do more crafting, so it's all good. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a great weekend. I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.